Hi guys, I'm Alexmo, and the Pokemon anime has been around for 26 years at this point, and we just finished off a pretty giant saga, basically the entirety of Ash Ketchum's journey. And it leaves you thinking, even if the kid stays 10 years old forever, what is his future like? Scratch that. Every single one of his friends, every companion character that has been in the history of those last 25 years before Ash left the anime, what are they up to now? And, get rid of the idea of age. They can be 10, they can be 23, it doesn't matter. But, what's Ash up to now? Is he still traveling? What's Brock up to? What's Serena up to? Basically, that's the premise of this video. I'm gonna go through every single companion and just give my opinion on what they might still be doing these days. So, let's get right into it.
Alright, so the first one would be Ash, and for Ash, I just see him as an eternal traveler. Regardless of if he stays 10 years old forever or if he ages, I don't see him ever stopping traveling. He'll find new regions, he'll find new Pokemon, and just travel forever. He'll probably save the world a couple hundred more times and train up some new Pokemon while training old ones along the way. And honestly, as for him being the world champion, I don't think he'll ever stop being the world champion. I have a hard time seeing there ever being another character that could contest him and take that spot away from him, because Ash will continue traveling and continue being stronger. So until he decides to retire from battling and hang up the cape, he'll be the world champion for pretty much forever. And what, do you expect me to say a ship I think he'll end up with? I've got my own personal opinions on that, but no matter what ship I say I would want him to end up with, I think I'd get attacked in the comments, so I'll abstain for that for this video. On to Misty, I really feel like she is strong enough to become a member of the Kanto Elite Four. Look at her strength. You look at how strong her Gyarados was in the gym battle against Ash back in Sun and Moon, come on, that was one of the strongest Pokemon tactics we've ever seen from a gym leader. She is ready for Elite Four. And then look at her Politoed when it fought against Ash in the, recent Aim to be a Pokemon Masters series. It beat him, and he's the damn world champion. She is strong enough for this. Do I even dare say she could be the Kanto champion? On to Brock, I think it's pretty clear he'll just continue his doctor schooling and eventually become a Pokemon doctor. It's clear he much prefers the doctor lifestyle to that of the gym leader or battling, even if he is a great trainer, so I think he'll just end up becoming a Pokemon doctor for his career. He can hand over the gym to his brother Forrest, who would make a great gym leader in his place, and then Brock can just live out his life with a harem of every nurse joy available. On to Tracy, the easy one would be to say that he takes over at Oak's lab, but honestly, I don't really see him going that route. He's Oak's assistant and I'm sure he enjoys that, but I also think Tracy would prefer to become more of a traveling artist per se, working around the world, checking out different locations and sketching different Pokemon and people. You could see him even collabing with characters like Todd Snap, Viola, Mina, etc. Anyone he comes across who he can do art with, I think that would be a great path for him. So as for May, I think she would probably be the next contest master or contest champion or whatever it's called. Basically, whatever Wallace is currently, she would be the champion of contests. And given her skill and how much she trained with Ash, I honestly think she's at the point where she could go and master Mega Evolution and maybe even tie in to Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire with a Mega Blaziken. For Max, he would obviously, actually start his journey and become a trainer. For his starter Pokemon, I think he would definitely pick Trico, because it reminds him of Ash, and then he could go back and catch that Ralt and Shuppet and all the Pokemon he's met on his adventure. And once he's done with his journeys, honestly, he could be the next gym leader of the Petalburg Gym. Dawn is another extremely skilled coordinator like May, but I don't want to just copy and paste what I said for May and say Dawn's like the contest champion or something, so maybe she would become a model, because that's kind of what she was interested in at the end of Diamond and Pearl, so maybe her and her Pokemon could go that route and become models. On the other end of the spectrum, I could see her being very similar to Ash and being an eternal traveler, always finding new regions to bring her contests to. For Iris, she's already the champion of Unova. She's pretty dang strong, so she would keep training, keep being champion, and honestly, maybe she could even work her way up to number 2 in the world and essentially beat Cynthia. That might be her end goal. Or maybe after a while she steps down from champion and becomes gym leader of Opalucid, which was always kind of the goal for her, and maybe a character like Bingo would take her space as the champion. For Silent, he would obviously finally become an S-class connoisseur, whatever that means, and honestly, I don't know what else for him. Maybe he goes and works with Seabold and Kalos or something like that. I don't know what to do with this character. For Clement, I think he's pretty content where he is right now. I don't see him going on another journey and traveling or even training much as a gym leader. I think he'd be happy if he could just continue making inventions that help people in Pokemon, so that's probably what he would just do. As he gets better at making inventions, they would stop blowing up on him all the time and he would just be able to help out the lives of so many other people and Pokemon. On to Bonnie, she would definitely actually become a trainer. And, I mean, if for some reason she was able to catch Squishy and bring Zygarde on her adventures, I mean, she'd probably become the damn world monarch. But regardless of that, even if she just goes on a normal adventure with Dedenne and other Pokemon she catches, she'd still honestly become a super strong trainer based off everything she's gone through. I could see her even winning the Kalos League in the future. Serena would most definitely return to Kalos and finally take up her role as the Kalos Queen, and I mean, maybe she could go the idol route with Licia, but really I think she would just become Kalos Queen and work her best to give everyone in the world a smile. I think that would be her main goal, and something I think she could probably accomplish. And maybe she'd finally get over Ash. Lana, I mean, her goal was to make a bubble, so I guess she makes the damn bubble? I mean, if she wants to leave Alola, maybe she could take over the Cerulean Gym after Misty becomes an Elite Four member, but I don't really see her doing that. Maybe she becomes like the Sea Folk, like that one Primarina girl she trained under. I don't know, I love Lana as a character, but her goal was just, it was just to make a bubble. Kiawe's future is pretty simple. He would just become a Kahuna. It was his goal and he's very capable of it. And next time the Alola League comes around, I could see him winning it. Not that he would beat Ash in a title defense battle, but he could at least get through the full tournament. On to Lily, I think she would just keep training as a person and with her Vulpix until it would finally be ready to evolve into Ninetales. And now that they've befriended that Nihilego that Moan was living with, honestly, I could see her becoming an Ether employee and working to understand Ultra Beasts and become friends with them. There is no way in hell Sophocles is going to space. That kid is not becoming an astronaut. Are there even astronauts in the Pokemon world? Like, what? That kid's goal was just all over the place. I do think he could become sort of an engineer for spaceships and work on a ground team for space missions or something like that, but this kid ain't going to space. I guess for Mallow, she would just take over her family restaurant as the owner of it. Maybe she would reunite with that shaman. I don't know what was going on with that whole plot line. It kind of felt super rushed. If she does work in the restaurant, I could honestly see her maybe making a partnership with that one Oranguru and they could work together. Not that she would catch it, but they could just be partners in a restaurant together. Something like that would be pretty cool. And I guess the final companion would be Go, and for his future, I could honestly see him becoming a Pokemon professor. Maybe he'd even catch them all, well, except for like the legendaries. That kid is not catching a Dialga, but maybe he could eventually actually catch a Mew. I don't think that's impossible. And also, a fun fact is that, at least in the Japanese version of Pokemon Horizons, the Pokédex has the same voice actor as Go. So maybe he actually became the voice actor for the Pokédex because he was such a good professor.
Hey, thanks for watching. This was pretty much unscripted and just some rambly thoughts. It's been like, what, 6 months since I've uploaded a video, so I just wanted to get back into it and, you know, upload some more stuff for you guys. So I'm really happy everyone check this out, give it a shot. And there will definitely be some more content coming into the channel in the future now that it's summer and I have some more free time. So thank you for watching. Please consider subscribing. I have a secondary channel as well you can check out, which is linked somewhere over here. And yeah, see you in the next one.